Hello, I'm Amy. I write lyrics, I write songs, and I sing.
In the realm of music, Amy Winehouse's name stands out not just for her immense talent and distinct style, but also for her tragic demise. A gifted singer-songwriter known for her deep, expressive vocals and eclectic mix of musical genres, Winehouse's life was a complex tapestry of brilliance and struggles. Her untimely death at the age of 27 on July 23, 2011, left the world in shock and solidified her membership in the grim Club of 27, a group of musicians who met their end at this age. Amy Winehouse's death. Amy Winehouse's last days were filled with a haunting solitude that echoed the torment she had faced throughout her life. On July 23, 2011, Winehouse was found dead in her home in Camden, London. The initial shock of the loss was soon amplified by the revelation that Winehouse had joined the so-called Club of 27, a term coined to denote a group of influential musicians who all met their end at the age of 27. The Club of 27, also known as the Forever 27 Club, includes icons like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain, and Jim Morrison. It's a morbid reflection of the darker side of fame, a stark contrast to the glamour and glitter that often accompanies stardom. Winehouse's addition to this group made the reality of her death even more chilling, underscoring the tragedy of her short, tumultuous life. Winehouse had been struggling with alcohol and drug addiction for years, a battle that had grown increasingly public due to media scrutiny. It wasn't uncommon for tabloids to feature her shocking behavior and deteriorating physical state, leading to widespread speculation about her well-being. The news of her death, while shocking, did not come as a complete surprise to those who had watched her struggles play out in the public eye. An inquest into her death later revealed that Winehouse's blood alcohol content was over 5 times the legal drink drive limit. It was concluded that she had died from alcohol poisoning, a tragic end to a life that had been increasingly defined by substance abuse. This revelation painted a heartbreaking picture of a star whose life had been stolen away by addiction. Despite her struggles and tragic end, Winehouse had left an indelible mark on the music industry. In her brief career, she managed to redefine the boundaries of jazz, soul, and R&B, crafting a sound uniquely her own. Her lyrical honesty and raw, emotive vocals resonated with fans around the world, turning her into an international sensation almost overnight. Amy Winehouse's death highlighted the harsh realities of addiction, putting a spotlight on the pressing need for better mental health and substance abuse support within the entertainment industry. It sparked a conversation about the pressures of fame and the often toxic environments that young stars are subjected to. In the aftermath of her death, the world mourned the loss of a remarkably talented artist, one who had profoundly impacted the music scene with her originality and talent. Yet, her death also served as a sobering reminder of the toll that addiction can take, casting a long shadow over the brilliance of her career. As part of the infamous Club of 27, Amy Winehouse's legacy is one of immense talent intertwined with personal tragedy, a potent symbol of the very real dangers lurking beneath the surface of stardom, early life, and musical beginnings. Amy Jade Winehouse was born on September 14, 1983, in the Southgate area of North London, into a family with a strong affinity for music. Her parents, Mitch and Janis Winehouse, were lovers of jazz music, and Amy's early life was filled with the melodies of Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, and Dinah Washington. Her mother's singing and the tunes from her father's cab were Amy's introduction to music. From a young age, Amy demonstrated a profound interest in the arts, joining the Susie Earnshaw Theatre School when she was 8. This formative stage provided her with the chance to explore her passion for singing and acting. However, it was at Sylvia Young Theatre School, where she transferred at 12, that her innate talent for singing began to blossom. Amy's vocal prowess was impossible to ignore. Her voice, already imbued with a soulful depth rare for her age, immediately distinguished her from her peers. She started writing music and found solace in her lyrics, creating a sanctuary for her thoughts and experiences. As a teenager, Amy joined a rap group called Sweet and Sour, an experience that further ignited her desire to pursue a career in music. Despite her young age, she was determined to make her mark, never shying away from the hard work and dedication required to achieve her dreams. Amy's raw talent was discovered by Simon Fuller's 19 Management in 2002, and she was soon introduced to manager Nick Godwin, who was instrumental in shaping her early career. He helped Amy secure her first record deal with Island Universal, a momentous step that marked the beginning of her journey into the music industry. Amy's debut album, Frank, released in 2003, was a critical success. Co-produced with Salaam Remi, it was a bold exploration of jazz, pop, soul, and hip-hop, and served as a testament to Amy's diverse musical influences and innovative style. The album, featuring hit singles like Stronger Than Me and Take the Box, showcased her unique blend of storytelling and humor, underlined by the unmissable current of emotional depth. It laid the groundwork for the distinctive Winehouse sound that would later become synonymous with her name. Frank received several nominations, including the Brit Award for Best British Female Solo Artist, and it was shortlisted for the 2004 Mercury Music Prize. This recognition helped Amy gain a footing in the music industry, and she quickly amassed a dedicated fan base, drawn to her genuine lyricism and her old soul voice. However, the success of Frank also ushered in the first wave of media scrutiny. Amy, who had always maintained a fiercely private persona, was thrust into the public eye. This increased attention proved to be a double-edged sword, fueling her popularity while also introducing her to the harsh glare of the media spotlight. Despite the challenges, Amy remained committed to her craft. She was a musician first and foremost, with an unyielding love for singing and songwriting. Her early years, marked by exploration and experimentation, had shaped her into an artist of rare authenticity. Amy's beginnings, from her childhood love for jazz to her debut album's success, set the stage for her ascent to global stardom. Yet they also hinted at the trials she would face, hinting at the complex trajectory her life and career would take. Breakthrough with Back to Black. Amy Winehouse's second album, Back to Black, marked a seismic shift in her career, catapulting her to the global stage and cementing her status as a prodigious talent in the music industry. This period of her life was also characterized by her turbulent relationship with Blake Fielder Civil, which would become a defining aspect of her personal life. Amy met Blake Fielder Civil, a music video assistant, in 2005, and their relationship quickly grew intense. Their passion was matched by their tumultuous dynamic, leading to a chaotic and often destructive relationship. Yet in many ways, it was this fraught love affair that fueled the heart-wrenching soul of Back to Black. The album was a musical departure from her debut. Where Frank had been steeped in jazz and hip-hop, Back to Black was a deep dive into the realms of soul, R&B, and 60s girl groups. It was a love letter to the Motown sound, while also being unapologetically modern. Produced by Mark Ronson and Salaam Remi, Back to Black was deeply personal. Its songs were drawn from Amy's life experiences, with her relationship with Fielder Civil serving as a recurring theme. From the defiant resistance of Tears Dry on Their Own to the raw vulnerability of Love is a Losing Game, Amy laid her emotions bare in her lyrics. It was her honesty, combined with her exceptional vocal talent, that made Back to Black such a powerful testament to her artistry. Upon its release in October 2006, Back to Black was met with universal acclaim. Critics praised Winehouse's powerful vocals, her knack for storytelling, and the album's retro yet modern production. Commercially, the album was a triumph. It debuted at #1 on the UK Albums Chart and broke into the top 10 on the Billboard 200 in the United States. The album's most recognizable track, Rehab, became a global hit. The song, with its infectious melody and poignant lyrics reflecting Amy's struggles with substance abuse, encapsulated the appeal of Back to Black. It won 3 Grammy Awards, including Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. Amy's performance at the 2008 Grammy Awards, albeit via satellite due to her inability to travel to the United States, was a highlight of her career. She won 5 awards out of her 6 nominations, including Best New Artist, and Back to Black won Best Pop Vocal Album. This impressive haul made her the first British female artist to win 5 Grammy Awards on a single night. But with great success came greater scrutiny. Amy's struggles with addiction, her volatile relationship with Fielder Civil, and her erratic behavior were constantly in the media spotlight. The fame that Back to Black brought also amplified her personal issues, setting the stage for a challenging period in her life. Despite the personal turmoil, Back to Black solidified Amy Winehouse's status as a music icon. Her ability to create such a poignant, personal, and universally acclaimed album demonstrated her formidable talent. It highlighted her knack for blending different genres, her skill as a lyricist, and, most importantly, her exceptional vocal ability. While Amy's life was becoming increasingly tumultuous, her talent remained undeniable. Back to Black was not only a testament to her artistry, but also a haunting reflection of her personal struggles. This period marked the peak of her career and signaled the start of her most challenging times. Her success was intertwined with her struggles, casting a bittersweet shadow over her most celebrated work, struggles with addiction and personal issues. Amy Winehouse's success was a double-edged sword, bringing her international acclaim while exacerbating her struggles with addiction and personal issues. This chapter delves into Amy's growing dependence on drugs and alcohol, her increasingly turbulent relationship with Blake Fielder Civil, and the troubled performances that characterized this period of her life. Amy's drug use became public knowledge in 2007 when footage of her apparently smoking crack cocaine was leaked to the press. While Amy had always been candid about her struggles with substance abuse, most notably in her hit song Rehab, this marked a turning point in public perception. The tabloids, ever hungry for scandal, cast Amy as a tragic figure, a talented artist, spiraling out of control. Her live performances during this time were inconsistent and often marred by her obvious inebriation. One infamous example was her 2008 performance at the Rock en Seine festival in Paris, where she appeared disoriented and struggled to remember her lyrics. Such instances were heartbreaking for her fans and served as a stark reminder of the toll addiction was taking on her career. Amy's relationship with Blake Fielder Civil was another significant factor contributing to her struggles. Their volatile dynamic, fueled by mutual substance abuse, often made headlines, drawing attention away from her musical talent. In 2007, they married in a ceremony in Miami, but their union was fraught with difficulties. They were known for their intense arguments, and Blake's own issues with addiction seemed to exacerbate Amy's struggles. Their relationship was tumultuous and destructive, resulting in periods of estrangement followed by passionate reconciliations. This toxic cycle was further complicated by their codependent drug use. Blake was frequently painted as the villain in their relationship, accused of enabling Amy's substance abuse, although he has consistently denied these claims. Despite the media frenzy surrounding her personal life, Amy continued to create music. However, her substance abuse was increasingly interfering with her ability to perform and record. Her much-anticipated follow-up to Back to Black was repeatedly delayed due to her ongoing issues, much to the disappointment of her fans and the frustration of her record label. In 2008, Blake was arrested and imprisoned on charges of grievous bodily harm and attempting to pervert the course of justice. His incarceration marked a period of intense turmoil for Amy, who was very public about her devastation. Her emotional distress was evident in her erratic public appearances and declining health, raising concerns about her well-being. Amy's health became a significant concern during this period. Her drastic weight loss and pale complexion sparked rumors of an eating disorder, which her brother later confirmed, revealing that Amy had been battling bulimia since her teenage years. This revelation, coupled with her drug and alcohol abuse, painted a distressing picture of her physical and mental state. Despite her personal struggles, Amy's talent remained undeniable. Her performances, while inconsistent, occasionally showed glimpses of the artist she had once been. She possessed a raw, emotional quality that resonated with audiences, even as they watched her battle her demons on the public stage. However, the media narrative around Amy was increasingly focused on her personal issues rather than her music. The paparazzi hounded her relentlessly, and her troubled performances were more likely to be featured in tabloids than her music was. This period in Amy's life was marked by a series of personal crises, resulting in her being more known for her addiction and troubled relationship than her musical talent. Amy's struggles with addiction were a heartbreaking aspect of her life, casting a long shadow over her extraordinary talent. Her increasing reliance on drugs and alcohol, combined with her tumultuous relationship with Blake Fielder Civil, were significant factors in her personal and professional decline. However, even during this challenging period, Amy's indomitable spirit and her passion for music remained evident, serving as a testament to her resilience amidst her personal struggles, downfall, and attempt at recovery. The latter part of Amy Winehouse's career was marked by a tragic downfall, fueled by her struggles with addiction, deteriorating health, and personal heartbreaks. Despite the severity of her circumstances, Amy made several attempts to recover, showcasing her resilience and determination in the face of adversity. In early 2008, following her 5 Grammy night, Amy entered a treatment program for drug addiction. However, recovery proved to be a daunting challenge. In her now iconic song Rehab, Amy had famously sung, "They tried to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no," reflecting her initial resistance to seeking help. However, the reality of her condition led her to make multiple attempts to get clean. Unfortunately, her efforts were often thwarted by relapses, punctuated by alarming public incidents that further alarmed fans and the public alike. In June 2008, she was diagnosed with early-onset emphysema, a severe lung condition often associated with chronic smoking. The diagnosis was a clear sign of the severe toll her substance abuse was taking on her health. The following year, Amy divorced Blake Fielder Civil. The breakdown of their marriage was a significant blow for Amy, who had often credited Blake as a crucial influence in her life and music. Their tumultuous relationship had been marked by shared substance abuse, and many hoped that the split would serve as a turning point for Amy's recovery journey. Amy's career, however, faced significant challenges. Her unreliability and inconsistent performances made her a risky proposition for promoters. She was often unable to fulfill her contractual obligations, leading to a string of canceled shows and disappointed fans. Notably, she was forced to pull out of a planned 2009 U.S. tour due to visa issues, reportedly related to her drug use. Despite these challenges, Amy tried to turn her life around. In 2010, she moved to St. Lucia in an attempt to escape the pressures of fame and focus on her recovery. There, she began to work on new music and made some progress in battling her addictions. Amy appeared healthier and more focused during this period. In interviews, she spoke about her desire to record new music and seemed enthusiastic about the future. However, despite the optimistic outlook, her demons were far from defeated. The pressures of her impending comeback, coupled with her continued struggle with substance abuse, proved overwhelming. In 2011, she resumed performing, but with mixed results. A series of disastrous performances, culminating in a concert in Belgrade, Serbia, where Amy was booed off stage for her apparent inebriation, indicated that her problems were far from over. Behind the scenes, Amy's personal life was also fraught with difficulties. Her breakup with director Reg Travis, whom she had been dating after her split from Fielder Civil, added to her emotional distress. Friends and family noted that Amy seemed increasingly isolated and despondent, further raising concerns about her well-being. Amy's battle with addiction was a public struggle, fought in the glaring spotlight of media scrutiny. She made several attempts at recovery, battling her demons while trying to resurrect her faltering career. It was a fight she waged with determination and courage, even as her personal and professional life crumbled around her. Despite the adversities, Amy's talent remained undeniable. Her voice, a soulful blend of heartache and defiance, continued to resonate with her fans. Yet her potential was overshadowed by her personal struggles, transforming her from a promising young talent into a tragic figure in the public eye. Amy's attempts at recovery were testament to her resilience, a glimmer of hope in a seemingly relentless downward spiral. Yet the magnitude of her struggles, coupled with the harsh glare of the public eye, made her journey to recovery an uphill battle. It was a battle that, tragically, she would not win, but one that underscored the devastating reality of addiction and the toll it takes on individuals and their loved ones. Amy Winehouse's death. Amy Winehouse's death on July 23, 2011, sent shockwaves through the music world. The gifted singer-songwriter, known for her soulful voice and deeply personal lyrics, was found dead in her London home at the age of 27, becoming yet another member of the tragic 27 Club, a group of prominent musicians who met untimely deaths at this age. Amy's final days were marked by isolation and a sense of foreboding. Friends and family spoke of her deteriorating mental state, noting her increasing desolation and struggles with substance abuse. Despite several attempts at rehabilitation, Amy's addiction had a firm hold on her, proving insurmountable. On the day of her death, her bodyguard found her unresponsive in her bed. Emergency services were called, but she was declared dead at the scene. The news of her death was met with profound sadness from fans and fellow musicians alike, who mourned the loss of one of the music industry's most distinctive voices. The subsequent investigation into her death revealed that Amy had died of alcohol poisoning. A toxicology report showed that her blood alcohol level was more than 5 times the legal driving limit, a deadly concentration. Her death was a grim testament to the severity of her struggle with addiction and the tragic impact it had on her life. Amy's death was not only a personal tragedy, but also a profound loss for the music industry. Her unique voice and emotional rawness had set her apart from her contemporaries, and she had made a significant impact on the music landscape during her brief career. She had the rare ability to distill complex emotions into lyrics and melodies that resonated with a wide audience, making her music both accessible and deeply affecting. Despite her struggles, Amy never lost her passion for music. Even in her darkest moments, she was writing and performing, using her music as both a form of self-expression and a means of coping with her challenges. Her dedication to her craft remained steadfast, demonstrating her extraordinary talent and resilience. Amy's death was a wake-up call to the dangers of addiction, casting a spotlight on the issue and sparking conversations about mental health and substance abuse in the music industry. Her struggles underscored the pressures faced by musicians and the often destructive coping mechanisms they resort to. Amy's legacy extends beyond her music. She became a symbol of the tragic cost of addiction, serving as a cautionary tale for other artists. Her death highlighted the need for better support systems within the music industry, prompting discussions about mental health and substance abuse that continue today. Despite her tragic end, Amy's influence on music is undeniable. Her raw, emotional style and distinct voice have left an indelible mark on the industry, influencing a new generation of artists. Her music continues to resonate with audiences worldwide, a testament to her enduring talent and the power of her artistry. Amy Winehouse's death was a heartbreaking end to a life marked by exceptional talent and deep personal struggles. Her loss served as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of addiction and the immense pressures of fame. Despite the tragic circumstances of her death, Amy's legacy lives on through her music, continuing to inspire and touch the lives of people around the world. Tribute and posthumous recognition. Amy Winehouse's death marked a tragic end to her life, but it did not signify the end of her influence. In the wake of her passing, tributes poured in from fans and fellow musicians alike, commemorating her talent, her voice, and her impact on the music world. A wave of posthumous recognition swept over the globe. Her albums climbed back up the charts, with Back to Black posthumously becoming the UK's best-selling album of the 21st century for a period. The haunting melodies and raw lyrics that had once marked her as a rising star in the music world were now a poignant reminder of a talent lost too soon. Many artists have cited Amy as an influence, acknowledging her originality and the fearless authenticity that marked her music. Stars like Adele, Sam Smith, and Lana Del Rey have all paid homage to Amy, crediting her for paving the way for a new generation of soul singers. There were numerous tribute concerts held in her honor, with artists from various genres coming together to celebrate her music. Her songs, laden with emotion and personal experiences, were performed as a testament to her enduring impact. The performances served as a communal mourning, bringing together people from all walks of life to pay tribute to a woman who had touched so many with her artistry. Perhaps the most significant tribute to Amy Winehouse was the establishment of the Amy Winehouse Foundation. Set up by her family after her death, the foundation aims to prevent the effects of drug and alcohol misuse in young people. It also strives to support those struggling with addiction, providing them with the help and resources they need to overcome their challenges. Through various initiatives, including a resilience program for schools and a music therapy program, the foundation continues Amy's legacy in a way that reflects the struggles she faced in her own life. It serves as a sobering reminder of the devastation caused by addiction, while also offering hope and assistance to those facing similar battles. In 2015, Amy, a documentary directed by Asif Kapadia, was released. The film delves into Amy's life and career, providing an intimate look at her journey through never-before-seen footage and interviews with people who knew her closely. The film was met with critical acclaim, winning an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. It brought renewed attention to Amy's story, painting a comprehensive portrait of her life, her talent, and her struggles. The recognition Amy received after her death further cemented her status as a musical icon. She posthumously received a Grammy Award for her body of work, and her influence on music was recognized by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Amy Winehouse's life was tragically cut short, but her influence continues to reverberate in the music industry. Her music remains as impactful as ever, resonating with new generations of listeners. The tributes and recognitions she has received after her death are testament to her enduring legacy. Through her artistry and the work carried out by the Amy Winehouse Foundation, Amy's impact goes beyond her music. She continues to serve as a stark reminder of the tragic consequences of addiction, but also as a symbol of resilience and raw talent. Her life story, though marked by personal struggles and tragedy, continues to inspire, teaching lessons of authenticity, creativity, and the dire importance of mental health.